Ever feel like school is less about happiness and more about producing something else? We're told it's the path to success. Work hard, get good grades, land a job. But what if that's just an illusion? From day one, we're trained to follow rules, meet deadlines, and value grades over curiosity. True success isn't about blind obedience. It's about thinking critically, challenging the status quo, and forging your own path. So, how did we end up here? Let's go back in time and uncover the real origins of our school system. To see why school feels like a factory for obedience, we need to visit 18th century Prussia. Their goal? Create disciplined, obedient workers who wouldn't question authority. This model spread during the Industrial Revolution as factories needed compliant workers. The world has changed, but this outdated system remains. Why are we still using a model built for a world that no longer exists? The real lessons in school aren't in textbooks, they're in the system itself. Schedules, grades, and tests teach us to value conformity and external validation. We're rewarded for following rules, not for thinking differently. This focus on fitting in stifles curiosity and creativity. School's hidden curriculum is about producing good employees, not fulfilled individuals. What if we encouraged individuality and redefined success? Modern education's roots are in Prussia, where the goal was obedience, not growth. Classrooms became training grounds for conformity, not creativity. But how did this military-inspired model become the global standard? The answer lies in the rise of factories. The Industrial Revolution demanded workers who followed orders and performed repetitive tasks. The Prussian model fit perfectly. Children were molded to serve the needs of industry, not their own potential. Today's offices may look different, but the system's focus on obedience and conformity hasn't changed. Lines 3. Conformity is built into school routines, bells, uniforms, and standardized tests. Bells teach us to respond to external control. Uniforms erase individuality. Standardized tests reward memorization, not creativity or problem solving. These tools prepare students to fit in, not to stand out. Why don't we learn about money, investing, or entrepreneurship in school? Because the system was built to create employees, not innovators. We're taught to follow rules and seek approval, not to take risks or think independently. Financial literacy and entrepreneurial thinking are rarely prioritized. It's time to empower students to create their own success. From childhood, we're told a university degree is the golden ticket to a good life. But today, degrees don't guarantee jobs or security. Many graduates face debt and underemployment. The skills needed now, creativity, adaptability, critical thinking, aren't taught in traditional classrooms. A degree is not a guarantee. True success requires a mindset shift. It's time to challenge the status quo and create your own opportunities. Graduation often means starting adult life deep in student loan debt. This debt limits choices and forces many into jobs they don't love just to make ends meet. The system frames debt as an investment, but it often shackles young people before they even begin. Land the job, start paying off debt, and suddenly you're trapped by golden handcuffs, a steady paycheck, and the illusion of security. Fear of losing benefits keeps you stuck, trading time for comfort. The rat race becomes routine, and true freedom slips away. The system values conformity and profit over creativity and fulfillment. Lines 4. The rat race convinces us to delay our dreams for a future that may never come. Life isn't meant to be lived in waiting. It's meant to be lived now, with purpose and passion. Don't wait for permission to pursue your dreams. Break free, redefine success. and create a life true to your values. Did you ever get a real lesson in how money works? Most of us learned history dates and formulas, but not how to budget, invest, or escape living paycheck to paycheck. Imagine if schools taught us to manage money, build wealth, and make smart financial decisions for life. It's time to rewrite the curriculum and empower the next generation to win the money game. We were taught to dissect sentences, solve for X, and memorize the periodic table. But what about the art of understanding and managing our emotions? What about navigating the complexities of relationships, building resilience in the face of adversity, or developing the self-awareness to make choices aligned with our values and aspirations? Emotional intelligence, often overlooked in the pursuit of academic achievement, is the key to navigating the ups and downs of life, building meaningful connections, and achieving lasting fulfillment. It's about understanding our own emotions and the emotions of others, about developing empathy, compassion, and the ability to communicate effectively. Imagine a school system that prioritized emotional well-being alongside academic achievement. Imagine classrooms where children learn to identify and manage their emotions, to develop empathy and compassion, to resolve conflicts peacefully, and to build healthy relationships. Imagine a generation equipped with the emotional intelligence to navigate the complexities of the human experience with grace, resilience, and compassion. It's time to expand our definition of intelligence, to recognize the profound importance of emotional well-being, and to create learning environments that nurture the whole child, mind, body, and heart. In the age of Google, where information is readily available at our fingertips, the ability to think critically, to question assumptions, and to form our own opinions has never been more important. Yet all too often, the school system rewards rote memorization and conformity, stifling the very skills that are essential for navigating the complexities of the modern world. Imagine a classroom where students were encouraged to question everything, to challenge assumptions, and to think for themselves. Imagine a learning environment where curiosity was celebrated, where debate was encouraged, and where there was no such thing as a stupid question. Imagine a generation empowered to think critically, to analyze information, to discern truth from falsehood, and to form their own opinions based on evidence and reasoning. Imagine a generation equipped with the intellectual tools to navigate the complexities of the digital age, to resist manipulation, and to become informed, engaged citizens. It's time to move beyond the rote memorization of facts and figures, and to cultivate a love of learning, a thirst for knowledge, and the courage to question everything. It's time to empower the next generation to become critical thinkers, independent learners, and agents of change. We're taught to write a stellar resume, ace that job interview, and climb the corporate ladder. But what about the thrill of bringing your own ideas to life, of building something from the ground up, of being your own boss? Entrepreneurship, often seen as a risky endeavour, is rarely presented as a viable career path within the traditional school system. Imagine a school system that fostered an entrepreneurial spirit, that encouraged creativity, risk-taking, and innovation. Imagine classrooms transformed into incubators of ideas, where students learned the fundamentals of business, marketing, and finance. Imagine a generation empowered to identify problems, develop solutions, and create their own opportunities. Entrepreneurship isn't just about starting businesses. It's about cultivating a mindset of creativity, resourcefulness, and resilience. It's about embracing failure as a learning opportunity and having the courage to pursue your passions, even in the face of uncertainty. It's time to redefine success, to move beyond the narrow confines of the traditional career path, and to empower the next generation with the skills and the mindset to create their own empires on their own terms. The first step to breaking free is recognizing you're trapped in the first place. The school to rat race pipeline is so ingrained, we rarely question it. But what if it doesn't have to be this way? Unlearning begins with questioning everything you were taught about success, work, and life. Once you question the programming, you can begin to rewrite your code and create a life that's truly your own. We are social creatures, profoundly influenced by the people we surround ourselves with. If you're surrounded by people who are content with the status quo, who believe that a 9-to-5 job and a steady paycheck are the keys to happiness, it's easy to get sucked into that same mindset. But if you surround yourself with people who are pursuing their passions, who are building businesses, who are creating lives of purpose and meaning, their energy will become contagious. Think about your current circle of influence. Do the people you spend the most time with support your dreams? Do they challenge you to grow, to think differently, to step outside of your comfort zone? Or do they hold you back, their fears and limiting beliefs subtly seeping into your own subconscious? It's time to curate your circle intentionally, to seek out people who are aligned with your values, your aspirations, and your vision for the future. Join online communities, attend industry events, connect with people who inspire you on social media. Remember, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose your company wisely. The school to rat race pipeline is designed to churn out consumers, people who are content to work for someone else's dream, to spend their hard-earned money on things they don't need, and to repeat the cycle ad infinitum. But what if, instead of simply consuming, we became creators? What if we used our unique talents, skills, and perspectives to build businesses, create art, solve problems, and make a meaningful impact on the world? What if, instead of simply existing, we truly lived? The digital age has created unprecedented opportunities for individuals to become creators, to share their gifts with the world, and to build businesses around their passions. Whether you're a writer, an artist, a musician, a programmer, a teacher, or a passionate advocate for a cause you believe in, there are countless ways to leverage your skills and your voice to make a difference. Start by identifying your passions, your interests, and your unique skills. What are you naturally drawn to? What problems are you passionate about solving? What kind of legacy do you want to leave on the world? Once you've identified your passions, start exploring ways to turn them into a reality. Take online courses, attend workshops, connect with mentors, and start building your dream one step at a time. Breaking free from the school to rat race pipeline isn't just about our own liberation. It's about creating a better future for generations to come. It's about challenging the status quo, questioning outdated systems, and empowering the next generation to choose a different path. If you're a parent, a teacher, a mentor, or simply someone who cares about the future of our world, you have a responsibility to challenge the status quo and to empower young people to think differently about success, about work, and about life itself. Encourage children to pursue their passions, to embrace their creativity, and to question everything. Teach them about financial literacy, about entrepreneurship, about the importance of emotional intelligence and critical thinking. Help them to understand that their worth is not determined by their grades, their test scores, or their future earning potential, but by their character, their compassion, and their contribution to the world. We have the power to break the cycle of conformity, to create a world where young people are empowered to follow their dreams, to create their own opportunities, and to live lives of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. The school bell may have stopped ringing, but the lessons of conformity echo long after we've left the classroom. Many of us end up trapped in the rat race, chasing someone else's idea of success. But you are not broken. The system is. You are capable of so much more. The real education begins when you reclaim your power and define success on your own terms. This isn't a journey you have to take alone. There is a growing movement of people who are waking up to the limitations of the school-to-rat race pipeline and choosing to create a different path for themselves and for generations to come. We are entrepreneurs, artists, creatives, innovators, and change makers who are building businesses, creating art, challenging the status quo, and designing lives of purpose, meaning, and impact. We are rewriting the rules of success, redefining what it means to live a fulfilling life, and creating a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, not just survive. Join us. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Start a conversation about the future of education. Challenge the status quo. Support alternative learning models. Become a mentor to a young person who is trying to find their way. The future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create. Let's build a future where education empowers, where creativity flourishes, and where everyone has the opportunity to live a life of purpose, passion, and freedom. The revolution starts now. Are you in?